afternoon, boys. Yeah, probably going to jump on these later times. I think these later times are a lot better for New York session. I feel like we join at sort of better time at 1 p.m. Half one, we start getting a little bit more liquidity. Half two as well. So yeah, I think staying within this 1 hour is actually a good idea. Right, let me just send the links up, boys. How come your trading isn't there news? Well, what news? We got US session. We got flash manufacturing PMI, which, bearing in mind, is minimal news. PMI is probably the weakest news that comes out, and that's at 2:45. So we got news in an hour and a half. So you can definitely get in a trade early, early New York sesh for a possible position. PMI is the weakest high impact, by the way. PMI, obviously, it depends on how it comes out. But we are looking for a little bit of. I think everything's looking at a contraction. Everything's looked at a contraction. We've had EU's PMI come into contraction. Hasn't really affected the. What have I written there? Yeah. So EU's PM. Oh yeah, that's what I was writing. PMI. Their PMI is in contraction. GBP is moved further towards, but it's still currently in that expansion phase, so that's still expanding. And then, as we can see from the US digits are coming out that manufacturing for the US is going into the contracting phase, which I would have thought wouldn't have been the case, but manufacturing's looking to drop. We're saying about 1.2 points. So you're seeing a contract. So you're gonna see essentially a bearish dollar come out. But I mean, we've seen everything contract in terms of manufacturing and services through the PMI news. So I want to move in the same narrative. The main reason why we've had DXY trade to the upside today, right? This is key. I want everyone to fucking listen to this. The reason why DXY has come to the upside so far today is not because of the strength of the dollar. It's mainly because of the weakness of the euro and the pound. Okay, so these majors have been taking a little bit of a hit from PMI. We've had a few contractions. We've had euro contract. Anything for GBP going into the contract section? No, we didn't. We've already got flash manufacturing in contraction. That's just gone further into. Services is still at 5.1.2. So yeah, realistically, buyers, I'd say PM session. So now the dollar strength is going to be no more. Because obviously we're going to have that bearish news through PMI. So yeah, I'd say main narrative for this session would be, yeah, buyers. We are in the lower half of the range. EU's traded quite high. I don't think GU traded that high yet. The dollar moves the euro and GBP, not the other way around. That's why that doesn't make sense, bro. If we've got majors, right? If we've got majors, if money gets taken away from the euro and the pound, it will make the dollar better bullish, right? And then vice versa. The two biggest economies in the world, bearing in mind interest rates, you've got to look at interest rates as well. The US interest rates are 4.5. It's a very investable company in terms of foreign investment, right? UK interest rates 4.5. The only other country with interest rates the same as the US. So you normally see the pound boom when the dollar seems to fall. Euro, not massively, more the pound, but euro and pound still end up bullish. So telling people you can predict news either. First of all, calm yourself down, mate. Just first things first. Calm yourself right down. Calm down. Had to come onto YouTube for the full setup. Yeah, it's better, Bigfoot. Hopefully, if it ain't lagging, then it should be all sweet. First of all, bro, yeah, calm down. Chill out. Talk to me normally. It went higher because Trump spoke about tariff settlement with China. That's the reason the dollar went up. Dollar went up as well last night. As we can see, dollar went up last night. That is the reason why the dollar went up. Okay. And then we see the dollar start falling towards London session. But you got to think, right, in terms of each and everyday news. The PMI is light, right? PMI is a light news. It's not heavy. It's not going to have massive effect. but PMI did show huge contraction through the euro. So that's why we can see euro is that little bit. Where is my? Oh, I didn't bring. I keep doing this, man. I always make a coffee, and I don't bring it upstairs, bro. I think I do this every single day. Let me get that 2 section. I still do not have it in here, bro. See, that's a cold one from earlier, the one that I've already left. Fuck! Mate, I do that every time. I reckon 7 times out of 10. For real. Can't tell if YouTube is still on. Let me just shoot these announcements up, boys. Give me 2 secs. Yeah, I just clocked it in. I wouldn't say EU is a favoured position right now. I want to see EG come to the downside for the rest of the day. Let me. Is that gone on? Can't tell. Oh, lovely, Lou's doing it. I think I'm lagging on YouTube. Let me bang this on so. Why is that not coming up? Oh, there we go. Am I still there? Oh, I'm still on YouTube, right? Yeah, sweet. Right, calm. On GU and EU, what 50-minute fair value would you pick to be traded through the top one? It's always really the top one. Let's look at a higher time frame before we look into that, though, man. Let's go deeper into the higher because the markets at the moment have just been in phases of accumulation, really huge accumulations. We're not seeing huge distros. We're still within obviously this bullish range here on EG. But me personally, I'm still bearish EG in terms of sentiment. EG, we got nothing. I'd say we're more bearish Euro though, of course. More bullish on EUGU. The dollar is still bearish. Dollar is still bearish. Even from that positive news last night, still bearish dollar. Must be. Yes, man, that's what we saying, bro. We must Bison EU, obviously bullish, I'd say, at the moment, boys. I'm still in that bullish area. Longs look nice for me. Is it laggy? What we saying, bro? How we doing, man? Let me know if it is still laggy. I think it was even worse with that hottie. But yeah, I would say still longs though, man. I know we come into that Friday 50. We've had a nice trade to the downside, but I do want to start seeing us come to the upside. That's all I'm really trying to see happen. If that does not happen, if we continue to the downside, then in my opinion, I'm not really looking for trades there. The Asia sessions we've been having, this is the nicest one we're trying to really add. We're trying to see London lows get taken for buys. We'll have a look. Realistically, I wouldn't say there's sort of a stock amount of liquidity below these lows. What CRT we got, man? I'm pretty sure we did have CRT. I'm pretty sure we had CRT, didn't we? Was it on GU? Oh, we've actually completed it now already. That daily CRT we've already completed. So yeah, I mean, that's even more of a reason for us to now continue to the upside after that completion. Lovely wick there. It will be nice to see this get closed. Yeah, mates, I'll pass the phase 2 as well. Just need to wait some more days. Lovely stuff, bro. Lovely stuff, broski. We haven't really been having trade throughs. I wanted to see more bullish momentum from this London session. I did want to see it climb a little bit higher. Yeah. London was nice though, man. In terms of DTO, London was nice. GU, EU. Yeah, really nice. I placed EG. I ended up hitting stop on EG. We was in some lovely pros, and then obviously we had that move to the upside. Yeah, we want to see realistically, in terms of what are the earnings that we had come out yesterday. We had Tesla earnings which come out positive. Let's have a look. What earnings did we get yesterday? Oh yeah, we had Lockheed. Yeah, we had Lockheed. We had a lot of stuff come out, and then we had Tesla and all that at the end of the day. After market close, we had Tesla, Capital One, Intuitive Surgical, and a few more. Yeah, nice. What's your reaction when you hit stop loss? The exact same, boys. The exact fucking same. The exact same if I won, to be honest, man. You've really got to be numb to everything, because I mean, everything's sort of positive, right? If you get a loss, you learn. That's a positive to take. If you win, you gain financially, right? So that's obviously a dub to take. So realistically, man, the exact same. Seeing a trade through here would actually be really nice. We've got to really see the next few more closures though, if that caused that buy side liquidity got swept, or even just continue in this area. Continuing that area it does make sense, especially on the 4 hour. 1 hour, sorry, not 4 hour. We've now had this sort of bullish start to EG. Oi. A highlighter. I've not used that in time. Yes, KD, what you saying, bro? It was this move here where we had obviously the break above this higher. So this started bullish momentum. So AG is just wanting to continue to the upside. Makes sense to start continuing off this one here. 15 minute would be nice, so I'll mark out of 15. Perfect. Obviously AG is not going to have nowhere near as enough volume as EU and GU. That's literally it, man. That's literally it. Just react the same way as if you dubbed. React the same way. React the same way. Because the thing is about trading, right, is it's your money earned is your losses and your wins put together, right? That's where profit comes from. You don't have profit without losses, really. Do you know what I mean? You don't. In terms of how it works on, I mean, most perspectives you want to look at fuck about your losses, really, when you're sort of looking at more of a sort of longer period. So I like to look at it in sort of a yearly perspective. Because we're here for a long time, but it's like, if you man are trying to be here for 3 months, 6 months, and you're only looking to be profitable for like, you're only looking at your profitability in terms of a month, yeah, it might fuck you. Do you know what I'm saying? You might as well not even trade. Yeah, trick. Yeah, no, yeah, I know that, Anonymous. I'm just got the tendency to just fucking undo it. This is EU we're currently looking at. It's not moving too differently to gold. The thing is about gold, I would say, did we have this trade through? Yeah, we didn't actually have this trade through, so I can't see if we're going to be really bullish from here. Off this detail shows bearishness as well. So, yeah. We're really looking for this external to get taken. You remind me of Ollie Matty. How's that, bro? Who the hell is Ollie Matty? That's most English. That is probably one of the worst names as well. Ollie Matty. Ollie Matty. Oliver Matthews. That's even worse. Who is that? Who is Oliver? Who is Ollie Matthew? Who's Ollie Matty? Ed Matthews. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, right. He's Essex, so it kind of makes sense, to be fair. Kind of does make sense. What am I looking for? Realistically, EU and GU to the upside is what I want to see. EG I can see coming to the upside, continuing this move as well. I would have been more bearish Euro, really. But with the momentum and the actual structure we're getting right now, we are on path to just continue price action up, which I was more bearish Euro over pound. So we'll see where it goes from here, man. We see where it goes. More looking for EG. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. EMG will be bearish. What's your reason, bro? What's your reason? You think May is going to be a good trading month? I couldn't tell you, bro. Sadly, I can't look into the future. It'd be nice if we get a bit more market certainty, because in terms of good trade, we want good trading. What we mean by good trading conditions, right, is not choppy. Take liquidity, then move. Don't double take liquidity. Just have these nice 50, 60 minimum pip London moves, New York moves, and that's a nice market, right? With Asia on 10, hopefully 3 days out of 5, 2 days out of 5 to be accumulating, then that's when we've got our good market conditions. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of having that back for the Asia liquidity, I mean, I don't know how you guys trade, but in terms of the way I trade, I can't see it coming back for a bit, really. We still got market uncertainty. We still got a pause on these tariffs and stuff like that. So I'm not 100% sure. A lot of deals are being made right now, I'm sure, between Trump and a few countries. So we might see the dollar be nice and trending in one direction. I mean, that's what we really want to see, the dollar trending in one direction. if we can see it hopefully move into, I'll just say the upside, for instance, right? Because of, say, if they find out they know they get good deals for these tariffs, GDP growth comes back, manufacturing comes back, more money, less income tax, higher spending, higher pay, and then obviously quite a tight labour market, which they've kind of already got, then you're going to see them continuously grow for a year, 2 years. And then obviously that bias towards the euro and the pound would obviously look, you want to be longing against the euro and the pound. So in terms of that, I wouldn't say May's that time, because those tariffs still paused till 90 days. So I say probably about, it's like, I don't know. Oh, I don't even know how many days from now. 60 days from now, maybe. Something like that. Maybe a couple months, do you know what I mean? So in terms of May, I wouldn't say massive amounts of certainty will be back in the markets, but last night was peach, but no, not sure. Yeah, man, I know. The thing is, don't listen to people online. Listen only to what you believe. In what way? Just short and then remember me. But in the next text, you said don't listen to people online. What does he do here then, CO? You've kind of given him two complete contrasting options. So does he listen to you or does he not listen to you? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a joker, alright. Is summer good for trading, Asian liquidity? But it doesn't really, it's not, trading ain't a seasonal thing, boys. I mean, seasons do come into play, because in terms of like trade, because traders are just obviously normal everyday people. I say normal everyday people. They're just people that have jobs, right? These people do tend to go on holiday in the summer. So in the summer, you do tend to see a little bit of a drop of liquidity, which may trend the market in one direction, or it might be choppy. So it's a toss up in my opinion. But other than that, other than sort of December time, I wouldn't say it's really a seasonal thing, because we've got huge market uncertainty, right? And we might continuously have that for the next year. Like, we might have these tariffs just keep getting paused, and then it's just gonna create more market uncertainty, which then it'll be even harder to trade. So from that perspective, this is why from this perspective, it's hard to sort of see what's going on. Do you know? Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much going on. Mace, you tell us EU thoughts. EUGU upside. The reason I'm saying to the upside is because we've completed daily CRT, and straight away we've started to have this move to the upside. This normally indicates that price is going to move in that one direction. Point 2, fundamentals. I'm still dollar bearish. PMI is coming out later on today, in about an hour and 15. And obviously what that is telling us is currently we're looking at USD. Manufacturing is going into the contraction phase. So let me put it here so you can see. So we're seeing flash manufacturing come down from 52 to 49. It was like 50.2 to 49, which is obviously coming below that 50 point. So we're looking at a contraction in the manufacturing sector. Services looking to drop from 54.4 to 52.8. Makes sense. We see a contrast, a little bit of a contract in the services, but not in a full contraction zone. We're still in expansion for that as we are above 50. But as we can see, flash manufacturing PMI is looking to come below 50, so it is showing a contraction of forecast. So we will see. We will see how that really comes. That will be. I mean, that's in an hour and a bit, right? So we've got a little bit of time, but yeah, I'm looking for price to be on the buy side, really, to just continue the bullish way. Monday, what we saying, bro? Monday, Eze. If Trump sacks Powell, we are cooked. He's not. He said he's not sacking him. It would be stupid, man. There's a reason why Powell's been in the Fed for what, 2 run-ins now. 8 years total, probably 10 years. Just as the fucking government, but the governor, sorry. Just purely being a governor. He's probably worked in Fed all of his life, which is, I'd say, it deserves that role. Keeping interest rates high is probably one of that, and the labour market, which is keeping the dollar somewhat above float. So bullet bears due to fundamentals, yeah. That's what we're looking at the moment. How do you know fundamentally when news is manipulation for you fundamentally? What do you mean, bro? Yeah, it was a thing that was going around, but he's not sacking him. Mate, oh yeah, sorry, bro. Yes, look at USD JPY. What's the yen? But what's the yen doing at the moment? Is it still? Because that was getting shit on earlier. That was getting absolutely shit on. Oh, I'd say continue that bearish move off that. Oh, it didn't come to the detail. That was bare close, man. Looks like it did come to that order block though. So it looks like price is going to continue to the downside. It did come to that Friday 50. Looks like it wants to come back. So I would say continuations to the downside are favoured. Again, I'm more bearish dollar. I think the yen's gained a little bit of strength back. We've seen it gain a bit more strength back. We'll see what it does here though. But it looks like it has gained a little bit more strength, 100%. I'd say in terms of UJ, you are mainly looking for those shorts, just because of the dollar. I'm more bearish dollar. Mainly for this news. So we'll see if we come bearish before then. Yes, Julie. Hope you're well. Where's AG come to now? Has it come down? It's coming down slowly. Law of effort's nice. But yeah, look at the dollar, bro. It will hit the prior week high. Why would it hit the prior week high though? What's the reason? What's the reason? It might do. We've just got a lot more time before coming there. That's even if the dollar has that bullishness. AMD. So where's the accumulation, manipulation, and distro? I mean, I'd say more time. The accumulation within this phase here was here. I mean, the only reason that is because it was a fucking bank holiday. So we probably don't even have bundles of liquidity there. Bearing in mind, for DXY to come to the prior week high, we're going to need a big reason to come there. Big reason, especially when... What else have we got this week in terms of news? That's just Wednesday. Can I get more than just Wednesday? Unemployment looking to continue a little higher. Other than that, not too much. First manufacturing PMI, yeah. Other than that, new home sales is high. Self forecast comes out on that. Who the hell is member Breeden? Beige Book, FOMC. We got a few speeches later on. Yeah, a few more speeches later on. I would say, yeah, I'm more bearish dollar, to be brutally honest. I'm against the dollar right now. What's the DTO? I can't find anything online. The DTO is the daily tropen, bro. The only place you'll really find it is Quarterly Theory. That's the only place you'll really find the DTO, is Quarterly Theory. But yeah. Weekly tropen as well. Any books you recommend, bro? Mainly all psychological books, bro. I'll be honest, most psychology books are good in trading. But yeah, nothing but psychology. Don't get any stupid ones that talk about strategies. Ones that talk about banks and that are probably good. But in terms of actual books, Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas is obviously one of the best. Tom Udgard, he's got a few good books. I think that's his last name, Udgard or something. Tom Udgard. Them two I mainly recommend because I've read their books, but not anyone else, I don't think. But psychology books are the best, boys, because that's what, I'll be honest, what most people actually do sort of can't pull up short on, do you know what I mean? So it's just something to bear in mind. Bullish the ex-wife, me. A lot of people are bullish the ex-wife. Fair play. What is our reason though? Do we have a reason why we should be coming up? And what time span are we really talking about here as well? Are we talking about for this New York session? We're talking about more of a because it's retracing, you have to understand that. I fully understand what retracing is, bro. But where is it retracing into? The weekly fair value. Then why are we talking about this New York session being bullish if we're looking on the weekly time frame? In terms of correlation, it doesn't really make too much sense. Fair play if you're looking at it from a bit more of a longer perspective. Like, say if you was looking at it on a weekly perspective, fair play. But if we're talking about New York session, fuck the weekly. Fuck anything that's going on here. Ignore all of this. Ignore it. We're talking about a New York session. We need to be looking anything lower than the 4 hour. Use that weekly for narrative. If on the weekly we're still bearish all of these candles, why in the world are we looking at a retracement? You don't presume a retracement. You wait until it retraces to know that it's actually coming up. My reason for shorts, because one, I mean, look at the weekly, bearish as shite. There's no signs of retracement yet. Even look at this here for an example, right? Big bearish candle. This isn't a retracement. This is price coming up, few tiny candles, and then having a proper move down. And we're continuing that. And I'm just talking about technicals here. I'm literally just talking about technicals here, bearing in mind. It's technicals here. When we talk about fundamentals, this New York session, we've got bearish news for the dollar coming up in about an hour's time. It's bearish news for the dollar. Ignorant, bro. I just told you why it. It's not ignorance, is it? How's that ignorant? This is DXY, boys. Oh. Just remember me when it happens. Respectfully, I won't, bro. The thing is, if like in trading, like I'm not here to listen to what other people are saying. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here for you to give an opinion on my chart and then you change my opinion. Like, if I've got an opinion, I'd rather go ahead and be wrong with it and then find out myself than someone tell me that I'm wrong and then I just switch my bias because someone told me I was wrong, right? I'd rather learn from my own mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather learn from So respectfully, I actually won't remember you at all after if it moves, because, and that's why you probably notice my psychology's only like, my psychology's so strong, because I don't give a fuck what you man really think about my charts. Like, at the end of the day, I actually don't care. Like, I know I've made money in these markets, man, consistently for a long time, in complete different market conditions than what it was last year and the year before. And I can tell you one thing now, these are the worst conditions that I've come up against in my trading so far. So hard, so difficult. So if I'm wrong in these scenarios, I'll be honest, I'm not pissed. Do you know what I'm saying? If we do end up moving up to the upside in the XY, that's cool. Like, these market conditions are new to me as well, not just you, man. So, do you know what I mean? But I would rather be wrong in my own eyes than sort of someone change my opinion and then not know why I'm right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather find out. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, these are definitely 100% the worst conditions I've ever traded in. The most difficult. And to be honest, if my psychology wasn't as strong as it would be, man, I probably would have lost all of my funding right now. No, I'm only just saying, CL. I'm only just saying. Nah, bro, it's bare tough, man. Boys, like, I've had some really, I don't want to say easy because it's stupid, but I've had some really simple times of trading. Like, I've had months where we're literally moving in one direction, continuously taking buy side and sell side liquidity. You can even get in fucking 3 years ago, 2 years ago, Asia liquidity, you can get in on the buy side and the sell side and win both trades. I fuck you not. That's literally what me and Lou used to trade. We used to trade both sides. We were greedy back then. But then the market's changed. It wasn't really that. But the market's changed all the time, man. You'll have good months, you'll have bad months, but you just got to try and preserve your capital as well as possible. And at the end of the day, boys, that doesn't come down to skill. That comes down to psychology. So that's why psychology is so important. So important. It's really, yeah, it is bare tough, man. It's tough. It's tough, but this game's not for easy, boys. I mean, you can make a lot of money from trading. Like, we all know this, right? We can all make a lot of money. So it literally just comes down to whether you can preserve it at times of difficulty. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's really hard, man. Especially for someone with bad psychology. Really difficult. Like, I've been at times where I've not known what's going on, and for some reason traded more. Like, it's bare weird when you don't know what's going on as sort of a beginner, as like not a mature trader, if you may. You start trading more when you don't know what's going on, which is silly. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know if it was you guys, if you might have had this as well, but I used to trade more when I didn't know what was going on, because I just psychologically I was just lost, bruv. So I'd lose and I'd jump in another one. When you're more lost in the markets, you take stupid decisions, as someone a little bit earlier. So in situations like, yeah, exactly, man, walking away, coming back man, it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult skill. Oh, I've just actually sent someone an invite. I'm trying to swipe up. How much payouts you done with FTMO? How many? What, as in how many payouts or actual monetary value? In payouts from FTMO, we've probably had across, figure off the top of my head, probably about 9 payouts from FTMO. That's probably over the course of like 4 years. Not a lot with FTMO. Most of our payouts back in the day were MFF. We was getting loads of payouts from MFF. That's what we was maining for quite a long time. And then when we was in the office, we got all of our, obviously you boys probably know what happened with MFF. But yeah, literally lost all of our MFF funding, which was shocking. And then yeah, ACG. But yeah, FTMO, we've had funding for quite a long, but we've not been massively active on those accounts. Because me and Lou have always sort of fucking sacred those accounts to us are like golden. Like, we've got a few 100Ks that we just don't want to lose, man. So we've been really conservative of them. But at the moment we've just been buying loads of, like, not loads, but we've had a few 200Ks at the moment that we're getting past and stuff like that. What's max allocations? FTMO is 400 per person. The thing is that with me and Lou, which is quite cool, is obviously we've got a corporate account with FTMO, so I can actually go ahead and get a personal account with FTMO and then do it separately. Because yeah, we've got a business FTMO account. I'm pretty sure I can do that. I don't know if I'm, because they still audit obviously in my name and shit. Oh, maybe not actually. But even still, between me and Lou, that's the good thing about me and Lou. You can get 800k FTMO between us. ACG is obviously 400k max allocation, so another 800k. It's 600k now. Wow. FTMO stepped up. Is it really? I didn't even know that. That's so you know I'm an old head, man. FTMO max allocations. 600k was what it was on MFF. Oh no, it is 400k. It says 400k here. It might be 600. Oh no, it is 400k. They do, oh no, have they changed it? I don't know. When's this source from? This source is from, oh, it's from FTMO's website. Yeah, it's 400k. Yeah, it's 400k. I was gonna say, bro, I did not know that. But you can get scale. You do scale up normally. You do scale up. But the thing is with me and Lou, we've got 2 accounts. So those 9 payouts are obviously across 2 accounts. I think it's 9. It might even be more, or it might even be less. Nah, yeah, it's calm, man. If it was 600, bro, I probably would have grabbed an FTMO. But the thing is, ACG at the moment, I just think of the one. Plus, we're actually working with them, so realistically, any problems we have should get resolved quickly. Same for our clients' accounts. Because that's what, I mean, that's the thing, boys. We like, even that Propel account, like, I've got a Propel account now I'm funded with, well, literally on phase 2 for it. But we're just trying to get as many different funded companies as possible, find the ones that are good, and then go from there, really. Let's see if we get a reaction off this 15 and see that Euro still climb to the upside. DTO on GU is insane, so we'll see if price wants to start continuing up now. We've got news in, I believe, 40 minutes, right? So we'll see. Obviously, like I said, I want to see DXY come to the downside a bit more. Yeah, I mean, I'm mainly looking at GU, EU to the upside is what we're looking at. EG to the upside as well. It's also what we're looking at, and then in terms of like GJ and stuff, I'm not too sure with GJ, to be honest. EG, yeah, it was unfortunate, man. It was unfortunate. It was unlucky. It is what it is, though, boys. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there was people that took their trade out early, which is fair play if you wanted to do that. But again, I'm that guy who's gonna set a TP, and I'm gonna set a stop loss. If it hits my stop loss, cool. If it hits my TP, cool. I'm not closing anywhere between. It's something that I just can't do. Something that I was taught actually. One of the first things I was taught really as a trader. Be a dog, they say. Be a dog. How is your EU? What do you mean my EU, bro? What you on about? How's my EU? Oh, did Louis have a trade or something on? Is your bias on GU bearish? No, I'm more bullish. Set up on the EU. I don't have a setup on the EU, bro. More just looking for a buy side move, really. In terms of an actual setup, nothing really concrete coming through here. You think long-term GU will come up to sweep the nearly equal daily highs? These aren't daily highs. As you can see, this one on the left moved higher. This one's higher. This one on the right. Okay, which pretty much means there's no more liquidity at this candle. So the only liquidity we've got is from this high here. But we did complete this CRT, daily CRT high, and this low, and then we're starting to get this move to the upside. So that's the reason why I'm looking. That's what I'm looking on it on the daily, not those equal highs or invalid equal highs. Where are you looking to take a setup for a bullish bias on G? Things with me, boys, personally, obviously, you know me, I trade London session only. London session only. So, I'm not taking a position. But what I would say, in terms of a New York move, you really want to be getting best time sort of 2:30 onwards after this news. Follow that wave, because again, the news might come out different to forecast. Again, you can never really know where news is going. We're only ever given forecast, right? But in terms of what's been going on with PMI this week, today even, we've been seeing everything come down. Okay, so we've seen everything come down. Oh no, we had some stuff come up, I think. Yeah, French, the manufacturing came up by a tiny bit. The services came down still. German, the manufacturing came up. Flash come down. Services come down into contraction. Pound, nothing moved higher. So I'm really looking at the same for the dollar. I don't think manufacturing. I mean, you would have thought manufacturing went up for the dollar. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Any advice on gold? Stay away from it, man, at the moment. Stay away. It looks like we are having a big sell-off of commodities, and I mean, yields are still going. Bonds are still looking quite favoured, but more commodities looking to come down a little bit. I'm assuming that does signal a little bit more of a narrative towards a bit more certainty. I think that was mainly what threw Trump yesterday, but even still, man, we still got gold trading quite high. Could even just be a retracement. I'm not 100% too sure. But we'll see when we move. You trade currencies today? Yeah, bro. Yes. What's more favourable, EU buys or sells? I would say I'm going more longs, especially because of the PMI coming out. Yeah, I'm bullish on GU. How long did it take for you to start being profitable? It took me about 3 years. About 3.5 years. That's when I started to actually consistently make profit. The things I'd say as well, boys, and what I really like about trading is it's just a numbers game. So it doesn't matter how much you got in funding or how much you no, it doesn't matter how much you got in funding, but it doesn't matter how much you made. Like, if you made like 100 quid, if you got like a £200 payout on a 10k account, well, that is fucking good. Like, if you can consistently do that, you'll be able to do that on 100k. Then now that's £2,000. Mil, that's now 20 grand. Do you know what I'm saying? If you could just consistently hit those low numbers, that's when you get profitable. That's how I become profitable. I stopped aiming for stupid RR. Stop trying to be that guy, man. I hate those people that just aim for those big RRs. I don't hate them, that's such a stretch, but it is fucking annoying when they try to push that. Have you ever hit a 20, 30k month? Not above 20k, no. Not above 20k. Our most was 13, just over 13. Yeah, that's it, man. What's your bias, bro? I'll say price action been terrible lately. I'm with you on that, bro. 100%. I'll say I'm bullish EUGU. Bullish also EG. Looks like it's coming down a bit further though, which is nice. That's it, just stacking fun and high pallets. That's it, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, boys, if you can just prove to yourself you can do it, and don't prove to yourself you can make a fuckload of money. People think about the wrong shit in trading, and that's one of them. Stop trying to prove yourself you can make a load of money. Prove to yourself you can consistent. I'll tell you what, I'll give you this challenge now. It's not going to be a hard. Well, it is quite hard, but I'm not gonna. It's not stupid. It's reasonable. Aim for 2% a month. Just aim for 2%. Just do that for me on a 10k account. Alright, just do that. Okay? Just that. If you can do that, you can do on anything. I promise you. It's a fact. Psychologically, it's going to be different. It's going to be a lot harder. But in terms of theoretically, you definitely can. Do you know what I'm saying? Just aim for 2% a month, bruv. That's all you need. I promise you. If you're always gonna be on a 10k account, fair play, whatever, man. Aim for your fucking 40R or your 10R trades, whatever it may be. But if you're actually planning on making money consistently in trading, don't just stick to these low fundeds. All right, keep getting fundeds, high fundeds, 100k, 200k. Spend your money. Don't be scared. All right, spend your grand on your 200k. Trust me, it's worth it. I've got about 2 challenges at the moment, and then aim for 2% a month. Well, not aim for 2%, but try and average 2% a month. Promise you're going to make more money than anyone in these markets. You make more money than 90% of people on prop firms. I promise you. If you're aiming for 2% consistently. Exactly, yeah, exactly that, Omar. Exactly that, bro. Use that 10k payouts to grab your 100k. Keep it going. Once you grab your 100k, use that to get 200ks. So you get funded there. You got 510k funding. If you've got half a milli, so you've just got 500k, you ain't really got to get any more than that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You get 2%, you're earning a lot of dough. Obviously, you still want to build. Keep going. Another 200k, 200k. Do those at the same time. Pass them both. If you do, obviously, this is if you pass them all. Obviously, it's theoretically speaking. You're looking at another 400k fund. It's a 900k. And they keep building from there. More 200ks. Find prop firms that are reliable. Keep building it, man. That's the way to go. And another thing I would say, another tip I'd say, boys, is always have a funded on the go. Always. Always have a funded on the go. How long do you think it typically takes you to pass an account? For me, I reckon it takes me probably about, to pass the challenge, 2 months, 2 to 2.5 months, 3 months, 3 max really, to pass 2 phases. I don't rush the process, boys. And this is the exact reason why I'm consistent, because I don't look to pass shit quick. Would you rather take buyers or GU right now? I'd rather take buyers. Mainly on GU, bro, because it looks like we've got a stronger pound. Just looking at EG, it looks like we've got a stronger pound. Do you change your risk for evals? Smaller accounts I will. So like for 20k accounts, I will. Anything below 50k I will. Normally just accounts that I've been given by prop firms to test out and see if I can affiliate them. But most people I don't. It's mainly just ACG. But when I'm on like 200ks, 100ks, I'll just trade 1% normally. Unless I've got a few accounts backed up. Because normally I do just buy accounts monthly. Looks nice for buyers then, EG, if we look like we are going to continue this little move. time frames are conflicting right now. Yeah, trust me, man. It's just the accumulation really on the higher, which is making it confusing for the lower. Are you open to try different prop firms out? Yeah, bro. That's what I do. That's what I do all the time, man. So right now I'm testing out Propel Capital. Well, to be fair, annoyingly, equity-wise, oh no, sorry. Equity-wise, I was like 1% away from getting funded on them today. But I'm trading a Propel Capital account right now, testing out their spreads and stuff, testing out their accounts, just the overall service with those guys. It's been real good so far, to be fair. Nearly past the 20k. We've had a few other funding accounts, but we've just stopped trading them because we just didn't like the spreads and shit. Because obviously we want good market conditions, right? Especially when we trade on various accounts, we want the spreads to be somewhat similar. So I want minimal spreads on my accounts. Commissions is calm. I don't mind about commissions, but mainly spreads is what I want. Low spreads. That's what I'm looking for, man. So yeah, I'm always open to try different props. Always. Would you not look for shorts in GUS 30 versus? Nah, I'll be looking for longs, bro. Would it be stupid if I just entered a buyer 10 minutes ago on GU? If your confluence is there, bro, your confluence is there. Do you know what I'm saying? If they're there, they're there. Personally, I'm bearish right now because of low resistance, liquidity, Asian range. Fair play. Are you on GU, about GU and EU? Why bearish instead of bullish? What's that for, bro? Or are you asking? You're asking Tunj. We're not moving at all. EU, I'm bearish. Fair play, bro. We're not really moving, which is kind of shit. EU, the euro is quite bearish. This is kind of why I'm bullish, because is it more daily? No, it's more of a 4-hour. This 4-hour range we're in on EU's being got tapped and I had a huge rejection off. Plus this news coming in a little bit. But again, you want to wait for this news, really, man. You need to wait for this news. This news is really important. I actually trade for a firm which have prop challenges instant up to 400k, no silly rules. Oh, really? What are they called, bro? That's cold. Do. Can see GU come take London low and buy up. Nice. That definitely could be what happens. You could even come back to that DTR and move off. But it just looks like there's not enough liquidity for price to really move at the moment. Bearing in mind, we need enough liquidity in the markets for big banks to actually get into their orders. Do. Yeah, we're monetized on YouTube now. Come on. Come on. We didn't come back down to this 5 minute. We're just sort of moving off of it. We've still got a lot of time to that news. I'll stay on to that news because I do. Oh no, it's 2:45. That's in fucking ages. It's in 40 minutes. I'd say more bullish though, man. Really. Wow. Yeah. EU. I wouldn't say bullish on EU just because the euro is quite weak. I don't know if if the dollar weakness is really gonna, it's just gonna make it move up. Probably could. You've got to keep a close eye on it. 5 minutes been respecting quite well structure. moving to the upside after. Let's just see if we come and take this little high that we've created here, because that will be the current New York high. If we break out this 5-minute range, then yeah, I can see us continuing on. Yes, another, what we saying, bro? Afternoon, man. Check UJ for sure, bro. CMC markets, is that new or some shit? We haven't. Just coming to the 50% of that. We'll see if it continues down. Only real 5-minute we got. See if we get a trade for a continuation. No, we got this 5-minute here. We'll see if we get a continuation or a trade through on this 5-minute. Yeah, GU and EU are correlated, bro. Yeah, but just because you're looking for one to go up doesn't mean the other one will. Like for example, if we got a bearish dollar, but then also a very bearish euro, the EU's just gonna consolidate, right? So yeah, we need it somewhat of a euro strength in order for EU to continue up. GU is just a little bit more bullish. So we can see if we sort of ignore those fair values last time. We'll see though, man. We'll see. It's mainly that news we're relying on to be bearish for the dollar for those longs. Yeah. What's your reason for long bias? A few reasons, bro. I mean, higher time frame for one's telling me. When we're looking on, not the weekly, keep going to the weekly by accident. On the daily, on the 4 hour, we've mitigated internal liquidity. So realistically now it should be coming all the way for this external here. We're still in this bullish move on EU, bearing in mind. So if you're looking for shorts, you are going against bias. Number 2, we've got the bearish news coming out at 2:45. Manufacturing's looking to contract, come into the contraction phase. Yeah, manufacturing looking to come into the contraction phase. So yeah, that's bearish as shit. And services is looking to come a bit deeper, a bit closer to that contraction phase. So I would say that is a bit more bearish to the dollar than it is to the than bullish. In terms of CRT, GU we've completed. DXY we haven't had, and EU we didn't have. So EU CRT, check with you EU CRT. Yeah, we don't have any CRT going on here. We will if we close this weekly candle, but we've obviously not closed this weekly candle yet, so we can't actually dictate. Where's the bearish CRT? Are you talking about this candle here? We're talking about this candle. This candle needs to close before we can actually dictate as a bearish CRT. This fair value gap, I can see why. This fair value gap makes sense. I can see why. But bearing in mind, we're just looking at this for New York session. We're not looking at this for a few days perspective, you know. This will close within the range, but it didn't grab the high. But this candle didn't grab the high, so it doesn't count the CRT. When we ever close this candle, I'm with you on that. Because I do want to see this get filled at some point for price and then continue. That's a weird arrow. What would you target for GU longs? Just external, really, bro. External, so like London high. Don't aim for too much, really. But I would say London high is my TP for it. Does it have to be the next CS for CRT to be valid? Does it have to be the next candles CS? What's CS? Sorry, Brulio. So does it have to be the next CS for CRT? Oh, candle. So in terms of CRT, right? So we've got this candle, and then we've got another candle here. So this candle's closed. So this candle's closed, right? So now we're onto this next candle. So this is a bearish candle. This is bullish. This one's bearish. We took the high in this candle, right? But obviously candle's closed because now we're in this candle. Now we should be aiming for that low. So we're looking to short obviously down there. Vice versa. Get the fuck off. I really want to see what EG does because I want to see if that euro is going to keep its strength or not. How you got a bullish bias for GU? Fuck! I actually can't really explain it again. I'll be honest, boys. Fundamentally, I'm bullish. I'm bullish GU, and technical as well. Really. Well, technical can go either way, but fundamentals is pushing into more the bullish direction for GU/EU. The dollar news coming out is looking at contraction within the manufacturing, and then a little bit of just a bit of a contraction from services. I thought we would go higher than at New York, probably take data lows. Yeah, we'll have a little look. We'll have a little look. Could even come down before the move up. Like we never really know, boys. New York, I don't actually have a strategy. I'm just going off price action and fundamentals. But we will see. How's GJ getting on? Not had that trade through yet. Alright. Where the hell did that video go? Would you not want to see the completion of the 4-hour CRT? Let's have a look. So CRT, we have this candle. Now we have this candle. GU. This. And this. Oh. Let's have a look. Let's go down to the low and see what's going on there. The thing is that I was prioritizing on a daily, right? Was this CRT? I was looking at the daily CRT. So that's what I was looking at the completion of, right? I wasn't really looking at the 4-hour. We'll see if it come and takes that now. I mean, boys, we could even see price come down before coming up. I'm not ruling that out at all. Price could come down before coming up. But I'm main sentiment bullish for the rest of the day now. We'll see if that comes through. Obviously, I'm saying that with no risk. Well, I say that. There is risk, really. Then on the 30-minute, we have displays through. Just was looking to take the loads minutes, but bullish. That's long run, 100%. Yeah, fair play, bro. Yeah, I like that outlook. I really like that outlook, 100%. I like that. Are you looking at EU or GU, or are you just mainly looking at one of those? EU still continuing lower. Looks like this order block is the main area of demand, if there is one, that is. Did I post that video on the end? I think I did. Yeah, fair play. Boys, I literally just posted a new video on Tickies. Go show that some love. What about that 4-hour IFEG? Let's have a look at the 4s. Good, I was bare close to sneezing them. What, this one around here? EG sell mace. Let's see if EG comes down. The effort on EG looks like he still wants to continue up, but it looks like it just is obviously just continue a little bit lower. What pair are you trading? EU, GU, bro, at the moment. That's what we're currently looking at. Looks like we are continuing a bit lower on that. A little bit lower. GU still continuing higher. Yes, Ollie, what we saying, bro? No, mate, from yesterday, 5 PM. More longs, really, and mainly on GU, the stronger pound over the dollar. Yeah, mainly after news, though. I mean, it should be bearish dollar, so you are looking at more of a favoured long on GU, DU. Oh, is it Davey? To be fair, I wouldn't have thought your name was Ollie, actually. I'm looking at sells. Fair play, bro. That work experience in like 3 to 4 weeks, so I'll probably trade from you, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, that's calm, bro. That's calm, man. It'd be easier anyways. Sells to 50% of Asia range, then continue up. Yeah, fair play. So what does that look like? 50%. Oh, no, I didn't. You're on about EU, aren't you? Again, it looks like the market is waiting for that news as well, not even just us. Not blood. Yeah, I mean the New York sessions are even harder than the London sessions, because a lot more uncertainty around those times. It just isn't actually anything wrong. G doesn't even look nice to actually enter, even though it is moving on. Fed Weiler in 8 minutes. Have we got Weiler speaking? Yeah, 35. We'll see what he says. It shouldn't be that massive. You think Thailand is over expensive, bro? The flights are dear, obviously. But to be honest, bro, it depends what you do out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can spend money, but you can also save if you're not really looking to spend bears. So it just depends on what you're trying to do to live out there for a month. Yeah, you can do it cheap, you can do it expensive, you can do it middle. That's the good thing about Thailand. That's why I'd say it's a good place for a lot of people. Just gotta get those flights. Once you got those flights, you can live sort of how you want. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it mainly depends. Can you check Euro GBP, bro? Got in a sell at the top. With the sales look nice. I mean, looks like price was moving down. Still is moving down. Just live off payouts, you know. Yeah, that's calm, man. You can do it cheap, then. Yeah, you can do it cheap. Well, obviously, if you're earning quite a lot, then yeah, whatever way. You can spend what you want, bro. That's the good thing about it. That's what I really like about it. Yeah, it looks like we are just continuing down. GU's come down a little bit. Anytime, bro, anytime. But yeah, I think those shorts are nice. Those shorts are really nice. Let's just see. I do want to wait here for that news, just so we can all see it come out together. Who's on the YouTube, man? Who's on the YouTube? And what are you boys looking at? Top weeks at 50% of the 30. Nice. Nice. Never done what? Oh, yeah. I'm $300 away from passing my phase 2 on a 50k challenge, but I'm shit scared to enter anything right now. The market is uncertain, bro, so it makes sense. Plus, you are close to passing. So again, it makes sense that you're scared. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not weird that you're scared, right? But just play something that you're comfortable with. Don't just, and I say comfortable, not necessarily just comfortable, but what your trading plan says you can take. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever your trading plan says, to take. Do you know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's a good trading condition day for you. And then yeah, execute, man. But yeah, it's normal to be scared these times. Huge market uncertainty. Plus you're close to getting past. Is it your first? Funded account? If so, then that might be sort of an additional reason. Yes, Niz, what we saying, bro? Very good, man. Looking at GU sell and UJ buy. Fair play. GU was quite close to come back down to that fair value, which would have been very nice. We got 15 minutes until this news, boys. I've actually got loud coming. Well, I should do anyway. Wow. Big movement there, though, innit? Big movement on GU. Waiting for that 5-minute fair value gap to tap, yeah. That's mainly what we're looking at, bro. No, it's the 15, isn't it? Yeah, 15. Or are you looking at a 5-minute? Not sure. I think you meant 15. It's the 15 I'm looking at. Looks like it does want to continue though. Yeah, EU not as nice. This gold, no, bro. This is GU. Gold's still going down, I think. Yeah, gold's still going down. Gold's still going down. my days, it was 420, wasn't it? I completely forgot about that, you know. Yeah, on Easter, bro. That's actually lit. I didn't even know. That's so sick. To be fair, I was burning up bears on Easter Sunday. What, on Sunday? Well, yeah, it must have been Sunday, yeah. That's sick. Yeah, I was burning up on Sunday. 420 is my B-day. Oh, that's cold. Rochelle, you turn up as well. No, turn up. You bun as well, don't you? Bro, you smoke often or when you was still becoming profitable? Because I've quit right now to look into this, but I love the green. However, I think it's worth it for my development. I would say it's obviously, like, I'll be lying to you if I said loud is good, good for concentration and that. It's not really, is it? It makes you a bit lazy. Concentration, mate, it depends on, it massively depends, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, it's sick for you, like, it's great. It's not really, is it? Makes you lazy. It depends what it does to you, right? It affects people differently, really. But for me, I've always bunned. I've always smoked, man. Always. I've been probably bunning for like since I was probably like 15, really 16. And I've been trading since I was what, 16. You a Cali man or what, mate? Yeah, bro. For real. I mean, I don't always bun Cali because I'm not trying to. Cali's too strong, man. It is far too strong. I don't want to be bunning that all the time. But yeah, I'm a Cali dude for real. In between, I normally smoke sort of nice UKs, which you are normally looking at sort of Thai loud. Kelly are looking tough me personally. I do hear that. I do hear that. Like for an example, like I don't trade lit though. I don't trade fried. I don't think I'd wake up in the morning and bum one at like fucking 6 o'clock. Cause I don't. Thai taking over here the UK. Yeah, trust me, man. Trust me. Thai Loud's quality though. For the price, it's unreal. It's unreal. Cannot argue. How old are you now? I'm 22 now, bro. So I've been trading for over 6 years now. I started when like I was just turning 16. So yeah, just over 6 years. That's 6.5 actually, really. We've got 10 minutes for this news. I don't trade gold personally, bro. You become profitable at 20. No, I was 19, bro. I was like 19. That's when I started to become like nicely profitable. But yeah, I don't trade gold, bro. Personally, I do not trade gold. I think are we coming down a little bit more? No, we're continuing up. I mean, EU makes sense because the euro is quite weak, but this is what I was saying. Like when we got the euro and the dollar weak, we are just going to consolidate. So that's why I am more looking towards GU. We got this news coming in about 8 minutes now, bearing in mind. So we're gonna have that bearish news come through. Yes, J2, what we saying, my bro? Bro, A levels is long. Yeah, I bet it is, man. I mean, I never did them. Lou did them. Lou did A levels. I didn't. But let's be honest, boys. You got to stay in education till you're 18 anyway. So you low key got to suck it up. It's either that or college or something. Do you know what I'm saying? So, was you full on when you first started, or did you struggle to keep motivated? No, man. I'll be real. Discipline sort of got me there. I've always been sort of a quite a disciplined person. I've got that sort of knock-on effect from sports. So I would say, yeah, no, I would. I was motivation like goes like Motivation goes inevitably. Motivation's never always going to be there. Like, it's just not. So that's why discipline's important. Motivation's good, but motivation is it will run out. Motivation runs out. Discipline is something that don't. Just got back from gym, bro. You getting anything today? I got an EG this morning that hit stop. I was sadly about 7R in profit, and I think I was 1% away from passing my Propel account. But yeah, come up and take stop loss. I'm not too pissed though. I'm on my phase 2 on that. That's on that little 20k account. What's your thoughts on AI, bro? You reckon they could read the charts better than humans eventually? Well, I mean, they kind of do, really, because that's what hedge funds use. Hedge funds use, like, AI. I say AI, it's like bots, right? Holy dump on EU. Well, what happened on EU? Damn. Jesus Christ. Check EU low, my TP hit. Wow. So it looks like we was both right then, Tunj, which doesn't make too much sense in the markets. But yeah, looks like we're sort of both correct. Yeah, we've got that news in, I'll make it 6 minutes. I doubt AI will beat the human mind to read the market, you know. I mean, the thing is, right, more time, you are kind of right, I guess, because again, it's all about an algorithm. So if a bot works out an algorithm, if it works an algorithm, a certain algorithm, you can manipulate that algorithm. So obviously you can work, because mainly when we talk about smart money against each other, they're not against us really. Smart money, it's like, think about it this way, right? It's like the battle of the giants, and we're just little normal sized people in the war field. So, okay, you know what? Picture this, right? If you're on YouTube, it's gonna be easy because you can see me. So we've got giants. We've got giants having a war, right? So we've got green giants, and then we've got white giants. Fuck knows. You can tell I've done one before jumping on this. So we've got these hedge funds, these banks fighting. Someone's trying to make more money than the other, manipulate the other one, whatever. And we're just like the little soldiers, just on our own little side, just trying to also hit in conflict for some odd reason, just to get our rewards from it, right? So realistically, these hedge funds are against each other, okay? And when these hedge funds are against each other, you do normally see manipulation against a different hedge fund. So I reckon you are kind of right in that sense, because if one hedge fund comes up with an AI bot that makes money, you're going to find someone that finds out how that bot works and then manipulate that bot to jump in to liquidate the traders, right? So yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. And yeah, it's right, market is always adapting. Right, let's see where this news goes. And that's the way the news goes. Wait, did it come to the detail or just short? Was it just short? Just short. Good luck, boys. I'm out of the trade. Lovely stuff, Tunj, bro. Come on, my family. Alright. Exactly that, Tunj, bro. Markets are so west at the moment. For real. For real. 100% Tunj. I like that. Facts. Risk management proves that two people can do the opposite stuff but still win in the markets. I'm pinning that. I like that. I like that. 3 minutes, boys. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Transfer rate coming down to between 50% and raw. I don't even have Twitter on his phone. Boys, by the way, I'm currently live on YouTube, so if you want to see my full screen, see my face, see everything, come join on the YouTube. Links in the bio of this TikTok, so feel free to jump on, boys. This news is coming out in just under a minute. We've already moved decently to the buy side, which we've already wanted. Seconds. News. That's the way the news goes. Long-term market's always adapting for real, gang. Yes, T, what we saying, bro? Right, let's see where we move from here. Let's see how this comes out, man. Let's see how this comes out. Got 20 seconds. Come on, man. Let's see if it comes out bullish for the dollar or bearish. How are we coming out? How are we coming out? All of manufacturing was bullish. Services, bearish. So it's not going to do much. Oh, manufacturing actually come higher than previous. That's more bullish. Services did come down a bit. That's what I was going to say. Manufacturing makes sense to come up. Like, it did actually make sense to come up. But yeah, that news is pretty dovish. We're not going to see much of a change of price, really. There's not gonna be much going on. I'm gonna jump off now, boys, because yeah, we're probably not gonna move for the rest of the day now, really. Kind of messed my bias as well. I wouldn't say long now, because I was more long with the influence of that news. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll come back tomorrow London session and see how that sort of lays on the market. But yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Because normally that PM session is quite important, isn't it? I would say that PM session is important. Right, I'm going to jump off now, boys. I'm going to do a bit of research over the markets today. A lot of sentiment changing, plus obviously China slashing those tariffs. So the US slashing China's tariffs to hopefully de-escalate that trade war. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, catch you boys tomorrow. We'll see what have you actually got tomorrow is coming out. Unemployment, that's not too tough. Looking to be a bit negative for the dollar, probably won't be that negative. But yeah, I'll catch you man tomorrow. Boys, like I say all the time, if you've got any questions about anything I've asked in this live, feel free to come and drop me a message. I follow everyone back and message them after the live, so you guys can get in our community. But yeah, you man, appreciate you all. Don't place anything stupid after market hours, right? We're sort of out nowhere near. We're sort of getting that end of London session now, so we're going to see a little bit less liquidity drop into the markets. But yeah, I'll speak to you boys tomorrow. Sweet. YouTube, I love you, my people. But yeah, I'll catch you, man, tomorrow. I'm gonna go through the market. So I'm just gonna go through Bloomberg, a few. Fucking hell. Sounds boring, doesn't it? Sounds fucking boring. I'm gonna go through Bloomberg and stuff. Go through a few not forums. What the fuck are they called, man? They've completely gone out of my head. Like newsletters and stuff. Yeah, like latest stories and shit, news releases, hottest stories and all that. So I can get a little bit of a more of a bias of what's going on now, because it looks like I seeing those trade wars come down a little bit, which is quite nice. The de-escalation of that. So I'll be probably gonna have a different market soon. Hopefully that'll be nice. More of a stronger market. But yeah, catch you boys tomorrow. Love you, man. And yeah, don't place anything